Welcome to Period Correct, your go-to design digest covering the freshest stories in architecture, interior design, and pop culture moments driving today's taste. I'm Sarah Weichel, and this is Period Correct from Swike. Welcome to episode 1 of this new fun show that we're going to be trying here today. Well, I hope it's fun. We'll see. Buckle up. If you're familiar with Swike, you probably know us as the content studio behind the short-form series The Rolodex, which features some of the design world's best and brightest stars, where I kind of like bully them into revealing their cheat sheet to a home renovation. And it's been such a delight over the past couple of years to get to produce that show, meet some of my design heroes, become friends. And I feel really grateful for that show. And because I can't sit still, I'm launching now a new show called Period Correct. It was a shower thought that I had, actually, which was that the internet moves too quickly. I can't retain any information, but I care deeply about the design world, all things interiors, architecture, pop culture. Can someone just distill all of the news and events that are happening in our industry into a bite-sized show? And so that's what this is. We're going to give it a shot. We'll see what happens. If it sounds like something that's interesting to you, welcome. Please, I don't know what the call to action is for audio, actually. Is it like and subscribe? Can't be. Please subscribe, comment. We'll find out together as we venture into the audio space. Thank you for being here and welcome to Period Correct. Today, I am joined by two very, very dear friends, Ben Jones, principal architect at BRCJ Designs, and by the way, this is my favorite fun fact about you, former professor of architecture at Woodbury.
It's true. It's a fact. We did do that for many years, and I miss my kids, but I have new kids now.
Me. I'm the kid. I'm also joined today by my dear friend Elizabeth Kott. You will know her as the head of pop culture and trend watch podcast To Niche, the founder of Club Artist Way, and most importantly, a fellow Bravo-holic.
That's right. That's always in the bio.
I do think that all three of us are kind of secret Bravo-holics, no?
Yeah, definitely more secret on my end, but I guess that's going to end today.
Yeah, today. Good surprise. You're coming out today.
Thank God. Been waiting for my whole life.
Did I do the right intros? Do we need to correct anything there?
No, I think that's great.
You know when you're like friends with someone
Yeah.
and you just don't even really know what they do professionally, but you trust them implicitly?
Yes,
That's the
absolutely.
situation here. Yeah. Hi, welcome. Are you guys ready to get into the...
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this all day.
Before we get started, I actually have a question. Mm-hmm. Period correct.
Like, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
Okay, interesting. So I thought period correct was kind of like a universal term, but you're not the first person to ask me to clarify this. So,
okay.
So when something's period correct, it means that it's just accurate to a specific historical time period, usually having to do with restoration architecturally, but also my car. Period correct.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's amazing because when you first introduced the podcast to me, I thought you meant period correct.
Yeah, it does sound like something the kids would say.
And I was like, wow, that's really, that has gusto. And then I realized it's also a design term, and it all made sense.
And that really is the conceit of the show. That right there is the logline of the show, period.
Correct.
Okay, let's get into the news. The first topic of the day is Pharrell Williams and Japanese architecture firm Not a Hotel unveil Drop House, a prefabricated home, as the runway set for Louis Vuitton's Fall/Winter 2026 show in Paris. Okay, before we get into like the nitty-gritty, what are your thoughts on like the overall design?
Well, I thought it was quite nice. I thought for a prefab, it's relatively impressive. Also when we talk about prefabs, usually we're talking about very accessible. Mm-hmm. We're talking about economies of scale. Mm-hmm. We're talking about something that can be consumed by the average consumer. We're not talking about 18-foot tall curved panes of glass. We're not talking about custom millwork with built-in sound stages.
Right.
But that being said, it's very cool to see it implemented in this way. at the highest end of the designer version of what a prefab project could be. I actually think it's really cool. And it's obviously nodding to Philip Johnson's Glass House. I mean, it's like spot on nod to that. But I think, we always reference everything in architecture, design, fashion. It's all references. So
can I get just like a design definition? So prefab stands for prefabricated. And what, besides where you kind of just went with it, like what is it?
Yeah, such a great follow-up question. Do you want to take this one, Ben, actually?
So prefab, yes, it stands for prefabricated, which means usually it's panelized pieces of an architecture. There's a lot of range in what prefab means, and I think some people get a little duped into thinking they're getting something economical or whatever. But to me, I think it's nice because it reduces a lot of waste generally in the industry. The architecture and construction industry is the third largest producer of waste after like fossil fuels and something else. Yeah. So it's a good thing.
It usually means, in layman's terms, most elements of the structure are fabricated elsewhere and assembled on site.
I see. Okay. When it comes to this show, I loved how everything worked together. In the description, they talked about how it was inspired by the shoe, as you mentioned, the water droplet, and it just like this entire ecosystem that Pharrell has touched. I mean, it's pretty special, like the intention behind everything. That's what stood out for me. I have nothing quippy to say about it.
The thing that struck me most about this collaboration is the partnership with Not a Hotel. Is anybody familiar with this company? I had not heard of them.
I hadn't heard of it, no.
Their website says a Japanese-based lifestyle and hospitality company that reimagines the idea of homes and hotels by commissioning world-class architects and creatives to design unique site-specific vacation homes and retreats. So I did a little bit more digging because I didn't really understand what that meant. And it actually seems like their business is creating like fractionalized villas. So for the uber wealthy, instead of going to a hotel, you can invest in this multi-million-dollar architectural wonder in, for example, I don't know, a remote island on Japan.
Interesting. It's kind of like the Aman Villas blueprint that's been evolved into creation of one architecture, and it's like fractionally owned. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like the chicest timeshare you could ever have.
Exactly.
Obsessed.
Rebrand timeshares.
Rebrand timeshares. Make timeshares great again.
Make timeshares great again. That probably will need to be cut.
I think we're going to have to cut that. I know.
Yes, have it be known.
Let's have it be known.
Each space was furnished with pieces from Williams' Homework Furniture Collection. Has anyone heard about the Pharrell Williams Furniture Collection?
It was news to me.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are doing their furniture collection. And what I like about the architecture part of this specific show was that most people, set design, like every runway show, all of the couture shows, the set design is exquisite and it creates an amazing spatial environment. But that does not necessarily always translate to architecture. And this is like the issue we get in, we're in LA. Most people who work in the industry are used to set design versus architecture. And it's a little bit of a different nuance. And so I think it was cool that we elevated from set design to an actual the potential of an architecture and how you live in a space, not just something that is meant to go away, right? So like set design is meant to have a moment and then it evaporates. Whereas architecture is meant to be permanent, usually isn't.
Seems like they're like laying the foundation for some bigger moment for Pharrell in the interior and architecture space. I guess, how do we feel about that? Like, what does it mean when luxury brands start designing living spaces? I mean, certainly Louis Vuitton is not the first fashion house to do this, right? Have like this 3-dimensional manifesto of sorts. Like, maybe most notably Ralph Lauren is the first example of this, or maybe Fendi Casa is another really good example of a fashion house that's kind of Missoni Home is another great example. Like, is this just the next evolution of Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, I think that like with all those examples, all of those sort of, to me, have a specific world. And I think Louis Vuitton also does. I don't know. My mind doesn't immediately go to furniture and living space, but I could see it as long as it's not logo heavy. Like, I'm open to it, but just don't give me an LV pillow or else I'll cry.
Oh, I know what to get you for Christmas.
By the way, archival Martha Stewart, I mean, not that she really went away, and I am living for this resurgence of Martha Stewart archival footage, though, on TikTok. Is anybody else?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, no, she's amazing.
It's
one of the only reasons to be on TikTok, that and some vintage Wendy Williams, I would say.
Oh, I'm not there yet. But you know what else I'm doing? Vintage Bravo.
Yeah.
And I am waiting for the day where I see Miss Elizabeth Kott pop up on my For You page, courtesy of the Rachel Zoe Project, season 2.
Never forget.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Maybe
okay.
a little 4.
Okay.
I think that's right. It's such a blur. So I used to work for Rachel back when that show was filming. But
I was going to say, I feel like the viewers need to understand the lore.
I was one of the founding team members who started her digital side. So that was the Zoe Report and all her brand partnerships and online stuff back when that was just becoming a thing where brands and talent, really, this was like pre-Instagram, pre all of that. The celebrities were like, we should have a presence online and we can monetize that through a daily newsletter. And
daily
there it is.
My God, what a lift.
I know.
Daily newsletter. No, thank you.
A real lift, let me tell you.
I mean, how Goop was born. I mean, it wasn't daily, but...
At the time, it was Rachel, Bethany Frankel, and Gwyneth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be on that early newsletter, can you
That
imagine?
early news, like, yes. I sure
You're like,
can.
I actually really can.
I really can. Literally, affiliate links back then you have to do back-end coding.
Well, I mean, famously do it all. You are a multi-high stat. Do you hear your own intro? I was like, I think I forgot like 2 more things.
A woman in STEM.
A woman in
Yes,
STEM.
that's right.
Should we get back on track?
Absolutely.
Okay. Topic number 2, Travis Scott. Let's go to architecture school. Did you guys see this?
Yes, I did.
Let's play it just to have a quick refresher.
Let's roll the clip.
Why do you want to study it?
I want to go to school eventually and study engineering and architecture.
That's cool.
I think renders are cool, but like actually knowing how to make it. So I feel like everyone dreams in a render, but when it comes down to like actually making it, it's never like a reality.
Okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying he should go. I'm gonna shout out Cornell. Please
Yeah.
look into it. If you ever hear or see this, think about it. If you need a reference, I'd be happy to give you a reference.
Are you a Cornell alumni?
Yes.
Okay, that's
yes.
right. I feel like we need to establish
that is important. Yes, that's important to. That's my lore.
Yes.
But fascinating. I mean, honestly, I love to hear it.
We love to hear
I love to
it.
hear it. This makes me so happy.
Big fan of Continued Ed.
Yes.
By the way, I have to say, school, the ultimate luxury. Totally did not appreciate it as like a 20-something that felt like I had no other options, and in fact, like really rejected it.
And also, I think now in this era in our lives, like we know our interests and you could really dig in a way that I think when it's forced upon us, we don't really feel that we don't appreciate it. We don't engage, all the things. So I love this for him and maybe us.
Yeah, and you know what else I really love? I love a celebrity that actually cares deeply about like design discipline versus like slapping your name
Totally
on a licensing deal and just like phoning it in. Like, good for him. I actually am really excited to see if he pursues that.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, it's the render versus reality comment. I really appreciated that.
Sure.
Because I think everyone now is like, oh, I can AI render, therefore I can design a home or I can design a project. And I'm like, honey, everything's planar. So when you just have a surface, you can apply a texture to it and it'll go, ooh, there we go, it's wood. Ooh, there we go, it's a fabric. But the reality is everything has a thickness, even if it's a millimeter thick or if it's a concrete wall and 2 feet thick. And that changes how you think about space.
Have you had clients send you their renders to illustrate their design intent yet?
This is 2-pronged response. Some, it crushes your soul. Others who are really good at it, they go, here's what I'm thinking, here's the best version of what I'm thinking. Take this and run with it and make the best version of it. And I go, you just saved me so much time interviewing you, trying to figure out what you want. You're so clear. So I just want to say there's some people out there who do it really well, but a lot of people I go, okay, this is a rendering of what could be an 80,000 square foot home in Houston, Texas. This cannot be your 1,500 square foot home in Echo Park. I'm just going to say it right now.
While we're on celeb culture, did you guys see the looks from last night's Wuthering Heights LA premiere?
Sure did.
Elizabeth, I'm kind of dying to know your take on this whole press campaign, like the Margot looks on this press tour.
I couldn't be more obsessed. I feel like Margot and her stylist, and is it Andrew McConnell? I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. But first of all, to bring it back to Bravo, former assistant of Kelly Catrone on Kill on Earth. So first and foremost, has to be said. So what they did together for the Barbie press tour, I think set a new precedent in terms of what a red carpet can do and thematic dressing. And like, I think since then, it's sort of now an industry standard for theme dressing on the carpet.
Yep.
And so I love that. I just am loving like the sleeves and the corsets and the choker. Like, it's such a vibe. And I think it was the Roberto Cavalli black dress that she wore. I was stunned.
Last night?
No, this was like one of the first photo calls. So I'm just kind of looking at it as a whole. And I'm obsessed.
What did we think of the Schiaparelli last night?
Loved. It was stunning. It was like my jaw was a little bit on the floor. I'm feeling more fed by the Wuthering Heights press tour than I am Paris Fashion Week. May I say?
That's a hot take.
So cosplay or couture, you're going
Couture.
couture.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Ben, did you see?
Absolutely couture. Loved it.
The final topic I want to talk about today is the Olympic Village is complete 30 days ahead of schedule as we near the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milano.
The rendering for me was giving like commercial residential space in West Hollywood. Right?
For those who don't know, the Olympic Village was designed by world-renowned architecture firm SOM.
SOM.
That's right.
Very much SOM.
Well, I guess what we should talk about is that one of the core design principles or tenets for this village is they wanted this temporary event use to have like lasting civic infrastructure, which I think is very cool, very thoughtful. And they are quoted saying, it's a rare case where Olympics planning and urban design meet long-term placemaking. And then so specifically, they're designing it to turn into student housing after the games.
I like that.
Isn't that nice?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I take back my snark. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Snarky.
We can.
I
Design is everyone's allowed to have an opinion, okay?
Yes.
And design is subjective.
Ooh,
Period.
Correct. I honestly, at first, was a little, I went a little wah, and then I looked a little closer, and I do think that they did a good job. Like, SOM did a good job, in my opinion, of, these projects don't have infinite budget. And I just think that that was a nice set of references to execute a project that was also prefabricated for the most part. The idea of placemaking is always, this is like the buzzword of the buzzwords of the buzzwords of every Olympics. Every time, everyone's trying to make something that has lasting, enduring, impact on the city. We'll see. I mean, truly, this is one of those things where you can do everything right in architecture and urbanistic design and it still fail. And there's lots of great examples of amazing projects that had the best of intentions and then failed for whatever reason. For example, the largest housing development ever in the United States was the Pruitt-Igoe set of buildings. And it failed because they didn't maintain them. And so after 30 years, this, tens of thousands of units was demolished because they didn't maintain it.
Right.
So isn't that interesting? It's like they spent probably billions of dollars creating this massive project and then demoed it shortly after because they didn't actually think about the amount of money it would take to upkeep it and create the sense of community or create the placemaking that they're talking about here. So I think for me, it's a check. When I first saw it, I went, oh no, this is not great. And then I look a little closer and you go, ooh, devil's in the details. Good job, SOM. I'm rooting for you.
We're watching the Olympics, obviously.
I intend to.
Opening ceremonies Feb 6. It's coming right up.
Yeah.
Next Friday, opening ceremony, Mariah Carey.
Oh, I'm there.
Really?
I'm Lamely. I'm there.
Mariah Carey and Ice, apparently. which is insane. Did you know about this?
No.
The United States is requiring that ICE be part of the delegation. They're sending ICE agents to Italy. So quite frankly, this is my hot take. I hope we get kicked out because of that. I hope they set a tone, because that's unacceptable.
Wow, I hadn't even heard of
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
So we can't watch figure skating?
Well, no.
Just
let's
the
just
opening
hope.
ceremony.
We have to root for
We're
Russia.
going to
Yeah.
I mean, literally anyone else, but Russia and
What figure skating teams are good?
We have to root for Canada.
Norway, Canada.
Canada. Okay,
Somewhere
I
with
take it
ice.
back. Cut that.
Cut the whole thing.
I will say, just back to the Olympic villages quickly, I appreciated so much as a non-designer nor architect and just like someone who lives in a space. There's a lot of cubbies.
Cubbies.
Storage.
Cubbies.
Thank you. Thank you.
So
As
important.
someone who clearly lives in the flipper land of Los Angeles. That's right. Not a closet, not a coat closet to be seen.
Not a drawer to be
Open
had.
floor plan.
Okay, guys, that's the news for this week. Before we wrap it up, I want to end with this fun little segment that we're calling Come Correct. Because the news can be divisive. These are divisive times. We all have differing opinions. Let's talk about something that we're loving. What is coming correct for you this week? I'm going to start with you, Elizabeth.
Return policies.
Ooh,
Period.
Okay.
correct.
I took a chance. I said rugsusa.com.
Okay.
I said, I'm going to get a new rug. It's a new year. Mm-hmm. We're going to cozy up the space. We're going to warm it up.
Do we want to shout out like a model of
Yes,
rug?
I got hold for, let me check my shop, my links.
Do we want to give the listener a sneak peek into Elizabeth?
Into my design taste.
Design taste.
I went with the Errol Speckled Truffle Area Rug
Shout out Arvin Olano, the creator of that rug.
Fawn.
Word. And has it arrived?
It has arrived. Okay, so it arrived quickly, might I add. It arrived with the plastic wrapping had a slit in it and there was a tiny hole in it.
In the rug itself.
In the rug itself.
Okay.
Took pictures, contacted customer service. Or first I called customer service. Then they said document.
Called on the phone?
Oh yeah, of
on,
course.
on your landline? You called
on my
customer
on my
service?
cellular phone, I gave a call to customer service
On your
because
Nokia.
it's my experience that you got to get someone on the phone. Long story short, sent in the photos. They said, great, we can do a refund for you or we can send you a new one. I said, refund, please. They said, great, we're going to refund the cost of the rug in full and feel free to keep it or donate it.
Wow. Great policy.
Your girl got a free rug.
Great policy, Rugs USA.
Yeah.
That
Thank
is
you
the
so
right
much.
thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, the level of panic I had thinking about having to roll it back up,
Yeah.
get it in my car, take it. I didn't want to do that, but I also wanted the refund.
On behalf of all design professionals and specifically interior designers, a rug return, bane of my existence. In fact, I would rather memo a rug and have limited options than risk a rug return. It's too much.
Yeah. So, I mean, the gods were shining upon me that day. And thank you, Rugs USA, for coming correct.
Ben, what do you have for us?
Okay, a little different. I'm chimneys. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. You may not have a fireplace in your home. That does not mean you cannot have a chimney. Please.
Go on.
Chimneys provide decorative ornamentation. They provide a vertical element to what could otherwise be a very horizontal project. They can be little moments of relief within an overall mass of shingle. There's so many reasons to have a chimney, even if you do not have a fireplace. And guess what? Even
What?
better. You don't even have to put the chimney above where the fireplace is. You can move it. The pipe can move. Now, these days, if you have a brick chimney with an old wood burning fireplace, that might be different. Do not try to do that with that. But isn't that fun?
I am not confident that I understand.
Okay.
It is so fun.
I feel like I get it. And
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Just think about when you're looking at a bunch of houses and when you see a chimney in the distance, you go, that's a home. That's not
Yeah.
a house, that's a home. That's all I got to say.
I love that. I'm really
I'm fighting for chimneys left and right here.
I'm so happy for Big Chimney. I would like to know how much they're paying you after the show. My come correct for this week is I took a very different interpretation. It's going to be Angel's Herbal Cigarettes. Have you guys heard of this new brand?
Okay.
No.
It is a nicotine-free cigarette alternative, and they come in such flavors as rose, peppermint, and original. And I'm not confident on what the original blend is, but did I buy all three? I absolutely did. They're $35 a pack, and I can't wait to bring this into my 2026.
Fun.
I'm not even a cigarette smoker, but I've decided I must try.
Yeah.
This is very like rolling up oregano in high school and smoking it to feel something. But
I am waiting for yuzu is going to be the next flavor, certainly, and I will also be purchasing that.
yuzu.
I love this. Trend watch.
Well, that's our show. Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being my first guest.
What an honor. Thank you so much. Period. Correct.
That's on period.
Period Correct is a Swike Network podcast. This episode was edited by AJ Mosley, produced by Michael Rose, and me, Sarah Weichel. Special thank you to our guest, Elizabeth Kott. Follow her at @2niche or at Club Artist Way. And Ben Jones, who you can find at BRCJ Designs.